Yo, shit's really crazy right now. All right, boom. So my job is doing some bullshit where, so we got transferred. I work at a Taco Bell. We got transferred from the job where I could just walk 30 minutes to now I have to drive like a couple minutes or whatever to get there. But I don't drive, so I have to take an Uber. But that's neither here nor there. The job playing with niggas. Like, our bosses hate us, and we only had like a limited amount of people to close for night shift. So we would like close that bitch with 3 people in it sometimes. Like, our job literally didn't give a fuck. We were short staffed all the time. So the manager in there that didn't even work with the night shift is trying to like, really they're trying to clean house, but they're trying to make it all corporate and shit. So the people that they were supposed to transfer to other jobs and stuff, like other Taco Bells around the area, they didn't transfer them. They're giving them 2 weeks paid off and shit like that. Like, shit is like weird. Shit's weird. I made I made my I made my logo for my aunt's podcast. I don't know if she gonna use it. She ain't hit me up yet. I took a little while to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I had some stuff going on. Just like I took a little while to come back to streaming because, bro, I always think I have some stuff going on, but really you just gotta do it. Like, I thought about this the other day, or maybe today, earlier. I was commenting on Instagram and shit, and like, you really, I'm pink mamba today too, but you really, like, black people, we're really in our 1950s eras. Like, we just started wearing quarter zips and shit. We just started telling each other not to kill each other and whatnot. Like, we're transitioning out of the Wild West. But since we just got handed the ball, like, now we have to like just produce as much black shit as possible, so we can find all the Kendrick Lamars, all the quality work, pull that, because it was a conversation about nepotism and like why why Idris Elba didn't allow his daughter to get the role. She had to audition for it. Like, for black people, like, we call bullshit, so we're not just gonna let you do some shit if it's not good. You have to like prove its worth. But the people who are starting off in history, like white people and shit, like, they had the chance to fail upwards, so they just pulled all the extraordinary stuff from all the failures, but there's a million failures that you'll never see. So you just see all the good shit and think, oh, they were just also innovative and everything like that. But for black people, we're just now in our 1950s era, where it's like, if everything was cool in the 1950s, then we would be at a whole different stratosphere today. So we have to expedite our production of us. And yeah, and so I did away with like having to produce quality and stuff all the time, and I just like it's volume right now. For us, it's volume, it's not quality. So even though you would like to be extraordinary, it's like, bro, it's like, right now that ain't it. You gotta like, I mean, so yeah. But but yeah, so I was talking about that. Let's get into blot. I'm so tired. I have school. I have like a bunch of things. Oh my god, bro. I started watching this one YouTuber who was like, he's talking about like the state of the world right now, like, which YouTuber isn't, right? But like, I don't know, his videos are really candid, and he just started popping up on my feed, at least, and like I'm fucking with some of this shit. Or you're just popping in. So, alright, fuck. Listen, I was talking about what's it called? Talking about nepotism in the black community and whatnot, and like how it should be like applauded instead of like you have to work for everything and everything needs to be quality now, because black people are now, in my opinion, in their era of just getting shit started versus where it should have been in like the 1950s. Basically, we're in our 1950s era with a 2025 mindset of how things should be done, produced with quality, but really we just need to produce in abundance and then pull from the abundance the quality that we find and then produce that as if it were, or write about that in history as if it were the end all be all. And so we just have a bunch of like, you know what I mean, just like a extensive list of like black excellence because brain work, because that's what everybody else did. Like, even I was talking about white people before because I'm in America, but like even like Bollywood stuff, like Indian people, like they're homogenous, so they're right, or Asia is like Japan, they're homogenous, which means like all their people are like the same kind of people, like the same race type shit, even though for them they probably see distinctions and whatnot, and they probably like recognize that within their own like culture and religion and like races. But like for us, we just like they kind of all can gravitate towards the same shit, so it's really not easy maybe, but like easy for them to like just do stuff and like have it not be widely criticized, or if it was like something that everyone was against because it affected everyone, not just a certain group, and then like the other group had to wait to prosper or whatever. If I'm getting the Japanese history wrong, just fucking sue me. But you know, so right now we're in our 1950s era, so we just have to like keep doing stuff, and we have to produce in abundance instead of doing quality shit. Well, we could do quality stuff too, but it's more about abundance and like, you know, quantity. So that's why I'm on stream today, because I have a bunch of shit to do. I started doing my blog again, so that's eating up a lot of my time. My job like replaced everybody, and I didn't even know I worked today because my phone's off, so I couldn't call. So I had to go in to so I had to take an Uber to go there to take a schedule. I worked tonight. I didn't even have my work stuff, so I couldn't work tonight. So they're short staffed. Our boss is dick eating and dicking us because they just don't give a fuck about us. My store that I worked at here in Taco Bell closed, so now we have to go to the other one. But the boss that at the first one, she didn't give a fuck about us, and she didn't even. That's what everybody else is saying. I didn't have problems with her. She was pretty cool to me, but like that's because I just do everything. But you know, all of this is neither here nor there. We need to produce a lot of stuff. So as black people. So in my opinion. So that's why I'm on stream today, because I wasn't even gonna screen record this. I was just gonna like, you feel me? I was just gonna like do it and then like hopefully build an audience by streaming every day. But like, I don't know, it's just a lot of work. I just think about everything all the time. Fuck. But yeah, so my blog right now that I restarted, first it was bro5broke at substack.com. Now it's superoracle.substack.com. And like Super Oracle. So yeah, I had YouTube videos to post and stuff like before this, but they be taking the OD long. So I'm just here streaming and shit, and I'm like, I don't know. I be feeling like it's good to talk to people, because I just posted on my Instagram story 7072.son 7072.sun and I was talking about how I needed people, right? Because, and also that's what the writing prompt for today's entry was. And all right, so I do a lot of things, all right, for the blog, but I do writing prompts. So that's what one of the writing prompts was, like, do you need people? How much time do you devote to people and stuff like that? And then part of that prompt was like, our corner store is more reliable sometimes than, you know, supermarkets, because, you know, the prompts are based off whatever the entry was, and the entry is based off of whatever the fuck I was writing about in 2023 to present. So I have a lot of material to write. That's to say that. But yeah, so it just got me thinking about, and my mom became an elder at her church, so like she was awarded or something, and we went there and celebrated, and my big sister was there. I don't really get to see her often. My stepfather's daughter, but we grew up together, She's my big sister. It's just weird because I don't see, because he has a lot of daughters, so I don't see all of them a lot of times because they're all over the place. But I just saw her, so that was cool as hell. And her and my cousin, her and our cousin live in the same city in Maryland, or like close or whatever. So they be chilling and they be on the same wave type shit. Like they're both like super Christian and like super like they're in the medical field somewhat, or like, you know, my sister works with like, right now it's youth and correctional youth, so she goes into like the prison, I think, and like she talks to like the kids or whatnot. Or when she goes into prison, she talks to like, I don't know if it's the adults, but then out of the prison she goes to a correctional youth center, which I don't even know where the fuck that is. I don't know if that's within a prison in like a lesser zone or whatever area, but you know what I mean. She talks to kids or whatever, and these kids are bad as fuck. And so basically she knows how to communicate. So she was talking to me about like if I've gotten my shit together yet, and I was basically telling her no, nope, no, yeah, no, and she was like, Jerome, like a big sister would. And I'm just like, oh, I'm all fucked up. but this gave me a realization, like, you need people around you. Like, I was watching the Mob Psycho 100, and just that, and I think that one makes his characters super powerful, so he can focus on, it's basically like Rick and Morty. So you make your character not invincible, so then they have to focus on emotional maturity development and like mental maturity and development and stuff like that. And so you can create more interesting stories based on the character versus like the like what like the outer circumstances or whatever. And like manga and stuff like that, like Naruto, One Piece, like ultimately their story is about the emotionality of characters and like character development and stuff like that, and it's character driven, but there's like action and like that moves the plot forward too. But you have to get to the emotional breakthrough before you can reach like the, let's say this, the development of the mind mirrors the powers in those animes. So once you know what I mean, graduate from a certain mindset and the way of thinking or whatever the case may be, then like you receive your power up. But it's all cohesive, so it's like, oh, you're having the mental development because you can't develop the powers, but then they all culminate into you developing the powers anyway because they're all combined and like they all coincide, stuff like that, right? And so talking to my sister, and I'm like, I need people. And like, oh wait, no, so Mob Psycho 100, and like one makes his characters so you could like, so they focus on emotional development. So I'm talking to my sister, and she's making me realize like, oh shit, like I need to get my shit together. And then I posted on my story today because the prompt was about other people, like how much time do you devote to other people, what do you think about other people? And then like the entry itself was like, I'm now realizing that I used to think my parents were crazy because they, excuse me, I used to think my parents were crazy because like they prioritize other people whenever they made decisions and stuff like that. But I'm starting to like grow into that, or I was in 2023. I was starting to grow into that because like you need people, which is the whole point of what one be trying to say and stuff like that. Even with Saitama, like Saitama's like invincible, so his story just becomes about like emotionality and stuff like that, and relationship dynamics and everything like that. And so yeah, I basically thought that I needed to isolate myself, and that's why I'm always alone and stuff like that, so I could come back revamped and like the new me. But in reality, like I probably just needed to be around a lot of people and like stop like being a hermit and everything like that. So yeah, I was talking about that. Let me cut that.